Hey guys, John Richards here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to plan your day effectively. Most people don't have a clue what they're doing tomorrow. Most people don't have a clue what they're doing today. They start already behind. So what I'm going to teach you is a process that I've been using for a long time that changes everything. Okay, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is block out time in your day to plan tomorrow. You know, maybe it's 30 minutes. For me, it's at the end of the day when I'm getting ready to wrap my day. Part of my end of the day routine is planning tomorrow, okay? So make sure you have something blocked in. Don't just leave it to chance, because guess what? You won't do it, and you're going to start out behind again tomorrow. So you got to make time to plan tomorrow today. Don't ever start tomorrow and plan tomorrow. You know, it's like Jim Rohn says, you know, never start a day until it's complete on paper, okay? So make sure you block out time to plan tomorrow. Next thing you need to do is you need to always plan towards your weekly, monthly, and yearly goals. You know, don't just create a plan that takes you nowhere, you know. So you should have done some preliminary work, and we're going to do some videos on that, you know, but you should always plan what I want, you know, whatever I'm doing tomorrow is getting me toward my weekly goal. Whatever I'm doing weekly is getting me toward my monthly goal, and then my yearly goal, and ultimately your 5-year goal, okay? So make sure you're planning towards something. Don't just do a bunch of activities, not really sure where you're going. Okay, then I'm going to teach you a process that's life-changing. Okay, make sure you take notes on this. There's something called 3 important, 1 must. One of the things you got to realize, if you have more than 3 goals, you don't have any. Jim Collins said that in Good to Great. So if you have more than 3, you don't have any. You know, there was a story about Richard Branson, and you know, he had talked about Darren Hardy. You know, had been asked by one of his business associates, hey, can you get Richard Branson to do a speech for us? And Darren, knowing Richard Branson, thought, well, you know, it'd be great if I could do this for this business associate. So he makes contact with Richard Branson's, you know, personal, you know, secretary and his people, and just to see if he could set up this speech. And they returned. He said, no, Richard doesn't have time. And so these people said, well, you know, we'll be willing to pay him a high amount of money to do this. Can you see if, you know, if we give him this amount of money, would he do it? So Darren again reaches out to Richard Branson's people, and Richard Branson's people said no. And then these people came back and said, well, we'll send a jet for him, and we'll pick him up, we'll take him to the speech, we'll bring him back, and we'll give him a blank check, whatever he wants to do this. It's that important to have Richard Branson speak for us. So Darren Hardy, you know, said, okay, I'll reach out to him again. So he reaches out to Richard Branson's people again, and Richard Branson's people comes back and says, you know, that's not one of Richard Branson's 3 priorities right now. You know, so if a guy like Richard Branson does that, why wouldn't we? So, you know, so make sure that every day, you know, you're planning 3 important things a day. You know, so what I do is at 4:30, when I start to wrap my day, the first thing I do is identify what are the 3 most important things I need to do tomorrow. Okay? These are my lead dominoes. If you've never read The One Thing by Gary Keller, definitely read The One Thing, because it'll teach you this concept. But, you know, what I do is I said, okay, if I did just one thing tomorrow, this one thing, would it make everything else easier or unnecessary? You know, would it make tomorrow a success? I write that down. Okay, then I do it again. I said, if I did that thing, got it out of the way, what's the next thing? If I did this one thing, lead domino, okay, would make everything else easier or unnecessary? And I write that down. Okay, then I do that the 3rd time. Okay, I write down the 3rd most important thing I have to do tomorrow. All these are lead dominoes. All these are things that if I did them, it's going to make something else easier or unnecessary toward, again, my weekly goal, toward my monthly goal, toward my, you know, my quarterly goal, to my yearly goal, to my 5-year goal. Okay, everything's working in alignment. Okay, once I've done that, then I identify which one of those 3 are a must. We all have our days fall apart sometimes, but you got to have one. This one's got to get done. No matter what, man, this one's getting done. Okay, once you've identified those 3 things and that 1 must, 3 important, 1 must, block them into your calendar. Now, is that all you're going to get done tomorrow? Probably not. but you're going to get those done first, okay? So you got to block them in early in the day while your willpower is still strong, and you got to make sure you block the must in as early as possible. Now, let's say your must is a call block. You can't do a call block at 6 in the morning, but when the appointed time comes, let's say it's 1:30 to 3 o'clock or whatever it is, you got to make sure you stop everything else you're doing and get that done, because that's the must. That's the real needle mover. That's the lead domino. You see what I'm saying? So if you focus every day on what your lead domino is, the thing that's really going to change things, that's going to make everything else easier or unnecessary, and you do that 7 days a week, imagine what your life's going to be like. So what I'm going to tell you to plan your day effectively, first of all, plan a planning time. Block it into your calendar. If it's not on your calendar, it's not going to get done, guys. Don't put it on a do list, plan tomorrow. No, I don't do that. I plan a time that I'm going to plan it, okay? And then the next thing you do is make sure you always plan all your process goals, your goals for tomorrow, your actions for tomorrow, towards your monthly, towards your daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly goals. Make sure they're in alignment, okay? That's real important. And then identify what are the 3 most important things for tomorrow. Which one's a must, block them in your calendar, and then get them done. Do that every single day. That's how to plan your day effectively. No more than 3. You have more than 3, you don't have any, okay? Don't plan 10 things. You hear people say, well, plan 5 of your most important things, or 6, or whatever. Now, again, like I said, I have things planned around that. You know, maybe I have to make a phone call or pay a bill or communicate with somebody or whatever it is. You know, I have other things that don't reach the 3 important 1 must, but those are the things that I make sure get done. The other things I try to get done, sure. I want to have an effective day, but those 3 important 1 must are the key. Hey, if you guys like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and tell me you liked it. Make sure you click like. Also comment, how do you plan your day effectively? Do you have any ideas? Or if you have any questions for me, make sure you ask those questions, and I'll make sure I engage with you. Also, if you have any other videos you'd like to see me do from a guy that wants to go from average to exceptional in his life, that's my ultimate goals. I don't want people to be average, think they got to be average. You can be exceptional by doing small, simple things. I keep it simple. So make sure you comment and let me know. Hey, also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And make sure you share this video. If somebody out there is struggling, or you know that somebody else can use this, or maybe people in your group say, man, we need to start planning better. Make sure you share this with people. Also, make sure you click the link above in the video or below in the description, onlinewithjohn.com, and go over and get on my private email list, and I'll make sure you get a free report on how you can get job quitting income in the next 30 to 90 days online, okay? It's a free report. Plus, you're going to get a lot of other great videos and a lot of other great content that I send my email list, and you would only get that. So make sure you get on my private email list. And, I value everybody that's on there. I value all my subscribers. Hey, guys, go out and make it an awesome day. And know that you are worth more. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you.